massive flowers. I think the insects didn't even know what to do with such a flower because it's like a 5,000 square meter house for them. They could just go in there and do whatever they wanted. So it was a beautiful sight. Yeah, it was actually this video that caused me to understand what is wrong with this plant. So this African tulip tree is for tropical climates. We're way up in the Andes here, so this tree, when I bought it, wasn't suitable for this location from the get-go. So that was either the nursery's mistake or my mistake for not studying where this plant is native. It is incredibly invasive wherever it's warm, super invasive. Here it's barely growing, and then it died out basically. And just because it's too cold, too windy, and probably the altitude doesn't help at all as well. Yeah, this tulipifera is one of my failures in this yard. It grew so incredibly fast. This is 3 years old. After 2 years, it basically stopped growing altogether. And it has, for some reason, no ability to grow leaves. So it's been without photosynthesis for, I don't know, a year and a half, maybe a year. But some parts of this tree are still alive. So I'm going to prune it, hoping that I can bring it back to life. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a mark here. And if you see here, there's still green life here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the whole tree and find out where the dead parts are and where the living parts are. So if I go here, look at this. This has turned into dead wood. It's not living anymore. So here, dead. Here it's green. So I'm going to take this marker, which is just basically I'm going to cut the tree here to get rid of all this dead weight that's pushing on or hindering this green matter from sprouting new branches. Let's go through this one. So I'm going to do this here. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. So I'm going to, even though I can't find any dead wood, I'm going to cut it here just because I want it to have a new start. So if you look closely, the leaves did try to pop out, but they all died. Let's try this guy. Dead, 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 dead. Green. So my cut is going to be here. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to disinfect this blade. This is our secret non-toxic mix. There's no topsoil here, anything. So my first cut is here. When you're cutting it, you can sort of feel the life. I can feel the moisture actually. Yeah, there's a bit of life there. Now this guy, which is most of the tree, So by doing this, we're giving the tree a chance to get rid of all the dead wood, the dead material. Was I right? Completely dead. So that was a good call. Look, there's actually a worm inside there. Worms are so precious in Ecuador. Okay. It's funny, anytime you have dead wood on your plants, it attracts all kinds of other insects. One little piece left. Okay. Half alive, half dead. So I did cut it pretty close to a good spot. So we're going to give this a chance. I'm going to spray this with some disinfectant. And hopefully this tree, I think Tulipifera, gets a chance to live. Okay. Yeah, there's an American version of this tulip tree. It is a very tall tree that has these beautiful yellowish flowers on it. This one has flowers that are like this big. They're like cups, they're like saucers. I got this thing to flower. The tulip tree, the African tulip tree did flower for me, and it was incredible to see these massive flowers. I think the insects didn't even know what to do with such a flower because it's like a 5,000 square meter house for them. They could just go in there and do whatever they wanted. So it was a beautiful sight to see these great big flowers on this tree. And I hate to see this tree not making it, but I think it just doesn't belong here, and there's not much you can do about it.